Ishiborn and Gunnar in the house. Oh freak! This intro, I just can't take this out of my mind. Anyways, so without any further ado, let's just jump into the news that we have, of course. So Graham Souness has said something which you would not like. So he says that um, he predicts a painful trip ahead of for Arsenal and manager Mikel Arteta. He says, I look at this Arsenal team and it might be the team for the next manager. As a manager, I have said time is not your friend. I see a difficult couple of years for Arsenal, and it depends on how these young guys progress. But if they're sticking with Arteta, it will be a painful trip. But it doesn't matter if it is Arteta or someone else. It will be a painful trip because I don't see these guys being an influence when Chelsea come to town, when Manchester City come to town, when Liverpool and United come to town, and this is Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal in recent history under Wenger enjoyed success and turned up most Saturday and Sunday afternoons and saw our team winning. So it is a hard pill to swallow for the fans right now. So let's see how things will turn out to be. That's what Graham Souness believes. But Martin Keown says it just seemed the messages to the players. You could see it on their faces that there were arms in the air. They weren't sure of the messages from the manager. Manchester City up next. The pressure is starting to build. The fans were getting tetchy, a bit angry. A lot of people leaving early. Arteta has to turn this around quickly. I sympathize because with the manager, because players are missing, but there is still enough in that group to be better than today. That's what. But Keown and Adams blame system failure for Arsenal's loss yesterday because they really were scathing enough. Well, I don't know, man. I have never seen um, um, Tony Adams so much angry. I'm not seen him do that. So yeah, he was not having any of it, if you ask me. So and even Michael Owen says, it has been so long now since Arsenal have been where I always envision Arsenal to be. I just think the fans are still believing they are a top four club, but they need to readjust their expectations and start building again. Individually, they are just not good enough. Tactics, you can certainly make it more difficult for their opponents, but Arsenal in our time, it was, oh, how are we going to stop Henry, Overmars, Lundberg, and Van Persie? Individually, I cannot see any player getting into the Chelsea team. The good players they've got, you question their motives. It all feels as though it is constantly compounding. I don't know where the spark is that is going to change things. They are an institution and an unbelievable club, but I cannot see a way out at the moment. And it's not a joke at all. It cannot be a joke. It's true, and it's perfect. Roy Keane has something to say about Arteta. He says, I would give him longer. You have to give the manager longer. We have seen it with Ole. He needed 2 or 3 years before he started to make progress. Jurgen Klopp was an established manager, but it does take time. You have players here who probably the manager doesn't want nothing to do with, but the clubs can't shift them because they give out silly contracts. Roy Keane is Arteta in. Oh my god, I never believed in my life Roy Keane would be Arteta in. Roy Keane is Arteta in. Sol Campbell is Arteta in. But are you guys watching this? Are you Arteta in? Oh my god. I did not even, oh my god. This is the only bit of news that I did not read before, before actually reading out. And this is my real reaction. I just can't believe my eyes. Roy Keane is Arteta in. Okay, true. And talking about Tierney and Martinelli, Arteta says they had a limp, they had to limp off. KT had an issue with his quad, and Gabby was cramping. He and Bukayo haven't played 90 minutes for a long time. We're asking them to do that right now, but when they're not fully prepared, they tried really hard, the boys. Arteta says, I'm sad for the fans because we really wanted to give them something special today. Even though we know the circumstances we have with the team at the moment, and not being able to do that and enjoy this moment with them is sad. And talking about the effects of injuries and illnesses and all the pandemic things happening around, Arteta said it started really hard and difficult. We are trying to deal with that situation. We are playing a team that is probably unprecedented in Arsenal's history, but it is what we have, and credit to the boys for how they are trying. Well, according to metro.co.uk, Willian has liked Chelsea's celebration post after Arsenal's defeat. Well, Arteta, on trying to stop Lukaku, says it's a really difficult situation. He's managed to do that with any defender in Europe. For the last 10 seasons in the Premier League in Italy, wherever he's played, that's why they brought his quality, and that's why he's the world class player he is. And talking about the possibilities of signing more players before the window closes, Arteta says, we don't know, anything can happen in the window. There are still 10 days to go. We can have players in and players out. And Roy Keane says that the younger players need a helping hand from these senior players. They need to stand up and be counted and prove what playing for a club like Arsenal should mean to them. Roy Keane for the mentality, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what he will bring. Crystal Palace are ready to pay around £10 million for Eddie Nketiah. Well, but here's the problem. And that's the same exact valuation is said to be shared by an unnamed team in Germany, which means a German club is also wanting to pay 10 million for Nketiah. But there's a problem. They have actually approached Arsenal twice for Eddie Nketiah, but Arsenal want 20 million pounds for Eddie Nketiah. They want 20 and they're holding out for that much amount of money. So if you've seen this game where Mason Mount gives a very good chip, cheeky little beautiful chip for Lukaku, and Lukaku's header was saved point blank by Leno. He says, Lukaku on that save about Leno, he says that was a great save. I think the cross from Mason was brilliant. The header was good, but the save was also really good. I saw Lukaku's face. He was shocked, as in, why did that not go in? And that was that. João Cancelo Branco about Martinelli says, Martinelli told us post-match that he had cramp and that's why he was subbed. No injury to worry about. Well, also Arteta says Ben White is unlikely to feature against Manchester City next week. And talking about Aubameyang, what did he say about Aubameyang on how fit Aubameyang was? So Mikel says, well, I don't know. Aubameyang made a real effort to be on the bench today. He only trained one day. He really struggled with the illness and he was in bed for a long time. But he wanted to be in the team. Unbelievable, man. So Arteta on fans booing says, no, I saw a lot of excitement from them at the beginning. When you're two down at halftime, no one is going to be happy. The players were saying that they believe they were really good with them. At the end, they have to show their frustration. The context is really difficult. My God. It's becoming difficult to defend Arteta at the moment. So and Arteta on whether this was the most difficult period of his career. He says, one of the tough moments you have to go through. The circumstances are really difficult and perhaps unprecedented. However, feeling sorry for ourselves doesn't help. It's a real challenge right now. We are missing 9 players. We are playing with a lot of courage. They're trying their best, but at the moment it is not enough to win matches. When the best is not enough, you just go all out. That's what you do. And I still can't believe my eyes. Roy Keane is Arteta in my God. Sol Campbell gave his reaction. He says, I think for me it is all about how we react now. That is now 2 games, 2 losses, but you have to somehow get the team working properly. You can't leave anything to chance because we haven't got the quality. We have to be solid first and start building. It is so difficult to win games in this league. You know the top teams that have the space, that good player to turn to. Arsenal just can't do that. I think you'll have to drill into the players that when we will be hard to beat, and then we just go from there. There are players to come back in, but even when those players come back in, it is the same situation. George Bird says that Sunderland hold talks with Arsenal defender Ryan Alabiosu over a loan spell, so the loan player might leave. So yes, the 19-year-old is a possible target for the League One club Sunderland, and Arsenal have made him available for loan earlier this summer, and it now appears that he could be heading out on temporary transfer. And talking about more, Matteo Guendouzi's neck, you can see the redness. There was a fight between him and the ultra fans of OGC Nice. Yes, they were completely mad. I mean, they really, oh my God, I just can't believe. Many Olympic Marseille players got injured. You could question, Guendouzi, wherever Guendouzi goes, there's a lot of bigger problems. But here's what happened. OGC Nice fans were seen throwing missiles at Marseille players, Payet picked one up and threw it back. Then the entire Nice Ultras poured on the pitch to fight the Marseille players. What? My God. This is crazy stuff, man. Really, really crazy stuff. I just don't see. I mean, what is this? A lumberjack match in WWE? That too in real life? My God. Please take care, Mateo, if you're watching this ever in your life. And I just hope you're perfectly fine. But that is no way to. What is this? What? This is how you do rivalry? Come on, man. You're way better. You don't go extreme with football, man. My God. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you see daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing. Cheers.